Namaskar friends, welcome to the channel Turning Point. I hope all of you are alright. Today's video is also on the demand of viewers as they want to know certain statistical tools which are helpful in research. As we know that the most effective part of writing a research article or doing your research is the statistical analysis or data analysis. So we must know all the statistical methods or tools by which we can perform this thing very easily. Therefore, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 6 to 7 statistical analysis tools by which you can get deep insights of your research by statistical analysis as well as through beautiful graphics or charts. Moreover, I used to post videos on various topics of writing research paper using ChatGPT. If you want to go through them, if you want to know about them, then you can go through this playlist. So without any further delay, let's start the video. So the very first tool that I would like to discuss is SPSS. It is a product of IBM, as you can see from the screen. And the key features of this software are it is having user-friendly interface. It supports complex statistical analysis and it also provides data visualization. As you can see in the screen, the data analysis and the outputs provided by IBM SPSS. And it is also very easy to use. If you are a naive user, even then you can use it very easily. And it is ideal for social sciences and management studies. And you can also survey data by using SPSS very easily. And the data supported by SPSS is quantitative data, survey data, and experimental data. And if I talk about data sets, what is the size of data sets that can be handled by SPSS? Then it can handle moderate data sets. If I talk about the features of SPSS tool, then you can see here it manages and analyzes large data sets, use advanced statistical procedures and modeling techniques, predict customer behaviors, forecast market trends, detect fraud to minimize business risk, conduct reliable research for accurate conclusions, and optimize organizational strategies. So all these things are handled by SPSS in a very easy manner. And if I talk about the cost of this software, then it's a paid software by IBM. Let's move to the next software, that is R programming. R programming is also very useful software for data analysts. And the main feature of R programming is that it is freely available as it is open source software. It has extensive library for statistics, machine learning, and data visualization. If I talk about our environment, then its features include an effective data handling and storage facility, a suite of operators for calculations on arrays in particular matrices, a large coherent integrated collection of intermediate tools for data analysis, graphical facilities for data analysis and display, either on screen or on hard copy. A well-developed, simple and effective programming language which includes conditionals, loops, user-defined recursive functions, and input and output facilities. If you know a little about programming, then you can use R programming very well for data analysis and visualization. And if I compare whether SPSS is easier to use or R, then SPSS is easier to use as compared to R programming, because in R programming you need to have knowledge of programming skills, and it can handle, and if I talk about data supported by R, then it can handle qualitative as well as quantitative data, and it can also handle large data sets. Now let's move to the third data analysis tool, that is Stata Nordic, and it is basically used for data science. Stata 18 contains a wealth of new and interesting features such as it includes features such as Bayesian model averaging, causal mediation analysis, tables of descriptive statistics, heterogeneous DID, group sequential designs, multi-level meta-analysis for prevalence, robust inference for linear models, wide cluster bootstrap, local projections, and so on. You can go through these features and it provides a huge set of features included in it. And if I talk about where it is applicable for econometrics and social sciences, it is very helpful. And its key features include robust data management, statistical analysis, and regression support. And it is moderate to learn. And this is not a free software, it's a paid one. You need to pay or you need to purchase this software before using it for quantitative data and longitudinal data. And it can handle moderate data sets as compared to R programming. Now let's move to the SAS, the next data analysis software, SAS, Data and AI Solutions. It is also used and it is having huge functionality. It is used for business analytics and healthcare analytics. These are its respective features given over here. Its key features include powerful data handling, advanced statistics, and it can also support large data sets. Easy to use, but it's a paid software and it can handle large as well as moderate data sets. And it can support quantitative and healthcare data very easily. If you want to see the output, this is a screenshot of output and data analysis using SAS. The next, which is also very versatile tool is that I would like to tell you is Python. Python for data analysis and visualization can be implemented in Jupyter Notebook. And in Python, it is having a huge set of libraries through which you can analyze the data. It includes data science libraries and machine learning libraries like scikit-learn and matplotlib, by which you can analyze as well as visualize the data. And the most important point of Python is that it is free and open source. It is highly flexible and is having powerful statistical libraries, and it is moderate to learn because you need to have programming skills before using this data analysis tool. And it can handle all kind of data like textual data, numerical data, as well as image data. So this is one of the versatile tool that I would recommend. And it can handle small, moderate, as well as large data sets very easily. If you want to see the output screen and data visualization using Python, then you can go through this output screen. The next tool that I would like to tell you is Minitab. Minitab, its key features include focus on quality control and easy to use interface. And it is also very easy to learn as compared to all previous data analysis tools that I have discussed so far. It is used for quality improvement and manufacturing purposes. It is used for quantitative and experimental data, but it's a paid software. You need to pay amount for purchasing this software. This is the comparison chart of all the data analysis tools that I have discussed so far. You can go through this comparison chart and then you can choose a specific tool according to the requirement of your research or according to the requirement of your job. These tools are quite effective, and as per my recommendation, I would suggest you Python because it is open source. You don't need to pay anything, and it contains a huge set of libraries of data visualization and machine learning. And the most important thing is it is open source and freely available. I hope all of these tools will be useful to you. If you use them in your research, then your paper will be quite effective and the acceptance chances will also increase. So if you have any publication doubts or queries, and if you know about some journals or you need any assistance, then you can send me email at this email address. And you can also write the comment also. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much.